light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And some room to roam now. That one good for 26 and a first down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year. And he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 45 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Eyes up. 368. That's trash. 55.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he's taken down. Back it his own 7.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Big hold of the 30. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
On 3rd down, Jackson. It's caught, Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
You draw quarter. Here you go, Cam. Stop.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. They look to throw on third with Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to...
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Dalton now to pass. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd and 10, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it down to the 32. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every...
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to...
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. 47 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, Delta.
To throw again, Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. Andy Dalton now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Bullock good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check three. Switch. Check 24.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. One receiver left, 3 to the right. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Antonio Brown in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime?
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Green brings it in. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 39, Dalton gets it to his running back, Bernard. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss. Now, that pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And oh, he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
I got my motherfucking nose on that,
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
35-14, but I posed to call a peek on it.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
So he's doing I cut that shit out, so he couldn't really do it to me.
We got 3. We got 3.
Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, 1st-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They give to Johnson going right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. This time, Jackson will throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Who's that?
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Johnson. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 4th quarter.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back.
It went down.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Passing. It's Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Dalton. And his throw is incomplete.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before? This worked well that I can go to right now.
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. To throw here, Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. This is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Bullen. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
That's what I'm trying to find. Let's see if we're going.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
All right. How far
That'll be taken in the end zone.
I'll get him the 3rd. Later, at some point he'll be at
and he's got room. He's got daylight. 20. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most, the one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Another pick.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look close.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Yeah.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's got Green. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
This one? Yeah, next one.
Tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Dalton. And it's caught. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Here's a run with Mixon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll run with Mixon, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big effort that time out of Ingram. 81 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. They're on 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive